I'm on a very important mission. Well, hey there everybody, this is Barry's Best Honey. I'm Mike and I do bees. Welcome back to another day in my 2020 beekeeping season. We're going all the way from winter through to fall here in my little old operation in southeast Louisiana. And remember, as always, it's not a how-to video. It's just me documenting my season day to time. But if you happen to pick up any tips and tricks, that's wonderful. If you have any for me, go ahead and leave them in the comment section. Shaggy, overgrown hairdo. I'm dying here. Well, I'm on my way to that last bee box hanging in a tree. We put out 4 bee boxes, 4 bait boxes, 4 swarm traps, 4 swarm boxes, 4 whatever you want to call them, and 3 of them caught. And one of them was in a location that I wasn't sure was going to catch because it didn't catch last year. And I had gotten skunked on that location. And I don't get skunked very often in these bait boxes, but that year it did, and it started looking that way again this year. So we took that box together, we did, and we went over and put it in a location where I've already caught a swarm. Property owner over there happened to be on that side and said he saw a few bees around it. So I'm going to see if we actually got scout bees, whether we got a swarm moved in or what. But it is still swarming season here in southeast Louisiana. Matter of fact, with the privet flow, it's picking up. Although I'm hearing people saying they ain't seeing a lot of nectar coming from the privet. It's still blooming. This is the longest I've seen it bloom. It started blooming 3 weeks ago, and it really hit a peak, and it's still out there. So we're going to go down here and we're going to take a look and see, since there's nothing really going on and I was off today and did a lot of yard work and things like that. I'm going to take a nice ride and go seek and see what's going on in this box. Are there scouts? Did a swarm move in? You know, we put the box there, and I think I took you through on another video and we looked and there was no activity. But look, I always freshen my bait, and I go out every couple weeks and freshen it up, and I leave them out through this time of year. Matter of fact, I start taking them down around May and we're done. So it's a perfect time if there is a swarm in there that we'd be taking it down. But if there's scouts, I'll leave it up. So let's go down the road. Let's take a look and see what we got. It's getting to be around 6:30 in the evening. It's going to be getting dark soon. Beautiful days, in the 70s all day. Just a gorgeous day. I think it got in the 80s a little bit in the middle of the day, but man, it's been no humidity. The mornings have been in the 50s. What a beautiful, beautiful bunch of weather we've been having. All right, guys, let's get down the road and see what we got. It's another whirlwind adventure. Let's see what's going on out here. Well, folks, I don't know about you, but my experience tells me that's a whole lot more than just scout bees. That is an established colony. Well, that there looks like a colony of bees to me. And looks like quite a few of them coming and going. Got a little time before they all come in, so may hang out for a while. But let's go take a look. What do you want to bet they've been in there over a week? Because I ain't been out here in 2.5 weeks. Up to 3. I bet they've been in there a while. It's going to turn into a cutout. Because I only got 5 frames in there. So, I'm going to have to do a cutout of a box. But I don't like them, I don't like leaving crazy comb in there if I can help it, because it's inevitably, I'm going to have to take it out. So, get it done while it's still soft and while they're still establishing. We'll see when we open it tomorrow. I'm gonna get it home tonight. All right, folks, I'm still out here just letting the bees come on back in. I don't have a lot to do this evening, so I figure I'd just wait them out and get as many back as we can. Believe it or not, the sun is finally down. It's cooling off, and there's still a few bees leaving. But for the most part, everybody's just coming back in. Here's why I went to this setup. What I have here is a normal hive body with an introducer. I went ahead and used those staples, those hammer-in staples you use to connect the bottom board, and I strapped the lid down and I slide it right on that plywood stand that I made. And what's nice about this, and if you see my other video, we just take a box down and basically stuff steel wool in the entrance, take the box down, and shove another box up there. But I'm done with bait boxes for the year, so all I gotta do is take the box down with the steel wool in it. It's already strapped, everything's ready to go. And put it in the back of the truck and we're ready. And then I just simply pull that board down off of there, pull my nail if I'm not going to use it next year, and the board folds up. So the battery went dead, but as I was saying, that board comes right off of that tree. It has a hinge on it, so it folds up and it's easy to store. Doesn't take up much space. And if I need to stick one back up, I simply throw it back in the truck, put it up there, unfold it, and I can put a box on, take a box off, however I want to do it. So that's kind of why I went to that setup. I was tired of the different ones, and I don't rarely have enough old drawn comb, you know, raggedy old comb to put in these, so there's a good chance the rest of it's filled up with wax that they've made, because when they move in, I usually leave an open space, because if you can't fill it with comb, don't fill it with foundation, because then it's a hindrance. They don't see enough space. Well, they'll always, in my swarm catching days, they've always built in the open space first. Now they'll start cleaning some of the old comb, but for the most part they get established fast, so they start building wax. So it's probably half full. That's why it's going to be a cutout tomorrow, but or Saturday actually, I think, because it's going to rain tomorrow. But nonetheless, if it was full, it would be even easier, this setup. I just take the box down, put it in a stand, it's ready to go. And I've had some that stayed full and they went in and moved in and built, but this one's not. So the hardest part of this setup now is just going to be cutting it out, and I don't have to do it immediately. I do want to do it, you know, before winter so they can fix it. But yeah, that's an easy setup for me. I like that. I don't know that my boxes catch as big a swarm as my 8-frame 12-inch deep ones, but this one looks like it's pretty good size. So anyhow, they're flying back in. I'm going to give them a few more minutes. I'm going to leave the camera on when I plug it and take it down. I don't know how well the video will come out because it's dark now. It's getting dark. But that's the plan, guys, is take this thing down, throw it in the truck. I'm going to run it to the house, put it on a stand, and then day after tomorrow, the video's not over, because the day after tomorrow I'm going to open it up, and I'm sure I got a bunch of comb I've got to frame up. And I could leave it for the winter like that, but I'd rather them go ahead while the flow's going to be able to fix everything, get the hive lined up nice, and that way in the winter time it's set. So that'll be the remainder of the video, is taking care of that, and I'll add that on, and then I'll wrap it up. Alright, so I'm going to give them a few more minutes, then we're going to plug the entrance to pull them down. Alright, I believe we got everybody back. I'm going to go ahead and throw my bail on and my gloves, because what I don't want to do is start pulling that thing down and have a few returning bees decide to sting me in the face. Because once you got that thing in your hand, I don't know how heavy it is. I sure hate to start getting stung, because then you can't drop it. You got to hold on to it, you know. So what smells good? Pretty heavy. That might be a decent amount. And then just like this. Let me clean that old comb up, all that wax on the front. Oh. But then this just folds up. Makes for easy storage. Hey folks, it's 2 days later. This is our hive we picked up the other day, and I should have got out yesterday and did it, but I just didn't feel like doing much yesterday. It was a beautiful day, but I didn't get into the bees yesterday. So it's been 2 days, but I'm sure they already had comb filled in here. So what I want to do is open it up, take a look, and see how much we've got to cut out. I got some frames, I got my boxes, I got a smoker. All right, it's still lit. And Got my cutout knife, and I'm just gonna take a look and see what we got. So let me suit up here. Got these glasses. I don't know who it was on YouTube. I looked back, couldn't find the guy that commented, but he suggested these yellows with bifocals for looking at eggs. So I'm gonna give it a whirl. It's pretty nice out today, but it's warmer than it was yesterday. But yesterday it was all cloudy the whole day, and it had rained the night before, so I just didn't feel like messing with the bees and having to deal with any problems should they arise. So let's see what we got. Maybe no comb at all. Maybe not. Oh yeah. We've only built one and they filled the rest. That's pretty good. That's good. And the other frames are all being drawn out and filled. So they already had drawn comb when they're cleaning them up. So let's go in here and let's get this remedied real quick and let's get them settled. This looks like a good hive. So before I do any cutting, just like with any regular cutout, I always get my frames ready first. I'm glad I don't have a lot to cut because I'm out of rubber bands. There you go. That should fit right in the frame. All right, it's good and strong. I really don't need my gloves on for this. I'm cutting this out, I'll tell you. I seen a post this morning, and I see them all the time on these forums. I'm looking for the queen, by the way, while I'm doing this. I caught a swarm today. They were so gentle. They're beautiful bees. They're wonderful. Oh, they're great bees. Bees usually are very gentle when they swarm. Once they get a nest established, though, it could be a different ball game. And I hear people always saying that. They're like, oh man, they're just the best bees and da-da-da-da. Don't count your chickens before they hatch. I'm not saying they're mean, but just don't count your chickens before they hatch. Okay, here we go. Let's take a look. Now I'm using these bifocals with yellow lenses. I forget which reader told me about these, or commenter, or watcher, or viewer. And you know what? He's absolutely right. They work. There's eggs completely in this. Let's make sure. The bees. There we go. Alright, so we're gonna trim off that one little piece. I have not seen the queen anywhere. We're gonna cut this little piece off here. We're gonna rubber band it in the rest of the way. Get this hive together. It's tricky with one hand. That's why when you do a cutout, it's so easy with two people. One person, it's such a pain to do a cutout. Doing all the comb and looking for the queen. I don't like doing cutouts anymore because of the amount of work when you're by yourself. We're going to adjust these rubber bands a little bit. It's warm, so we got to get this in here quick. Full of eggs. This entire thing is full of eggs. Let's get lined up. And I'll move this lid over here. Get this out the way. There, you got on that quick now. Guys, I want to show you what a good swarm looks like. That is a major swarm. 1, 2, 3, 4, and drawing out or repairing and fixing a 5th frame plus the one they drew. That's a great swarm. So we're gonna, of course I didn't bring any frames. Whoa, don't want to drop the comb. Put the comb in here. I'm gonna line it right back where it was. It was right next to this one, and I'm gonna fix these frames straight. And I'm gonna hunt for the queen with y'all. Let's see, can we find her? We know we got a laying queen because she's got eggs. I want to see the progress these bees have made. Okay, this was a old wax foundation. They have chewed out the entire bottom. This was a nasty one. I just stuck it in there for the smell, and look, it's all repaired. That's the beauty of wax foundation. I'm not gonna lie, I like wax foundation. Eggs. Yeah, these glasses work. The bifocal is kind of hard when you're sitting, but it's gonna be a massive hive. Oh, larvae. Wow. Very nice. Very nice. Let's see what they did to this other raggedy frame. They're filling the tops. This one's got tons of new fix-it comb. See, they don't fix it as nice on the, and they're not done yet, of course, but they don't seem to fix as nice on the plasticell. But that's okay. Now this was rubber banded comb I put in here just to have some old comb in here. Let's see how much they've done to it. Look. That was just 2 or 3. You have to go back and look at the video. I'll try and put it in the link above. That was a couple pieces of old dark comb I stuck in there, and look, they have built it all out. Now, you'll notice that's all drone comb or honeycomb. They'll use the big cells for honey as well. That's what our old mentor used to tell us. They'll pull these old rubber bands out, but look at this side, and look at this side. So she's going to town. I ain't even looking for the queen. Isn't that a shame? There's eggs all in here. Wow, these glasses do work pretty well in the sunshine. Wow. Very impressive. Good swarm right here. Alright, we already know that one's got eggs. I haven't seen the queen yet, but she's in here. Look at these. They've prepared this comb completely up and are using it. So they've been here. They probably were in there for a week, I'd imagine. So we're happy. We got a nice swarm. So I got to give them some more frames. So they are in a nice flow right now, and they want to build. So let's give them something to build on. Let's give them something to build on. Give them a couple frames over here. And we'll give them a couple frames over here. That cattywampus comb, sometimes when you put cutout comb next to foundation, but I don't want to disturb the brood nest since they're growing well. And we got a flow coming. I don't mean they'll put honey on the outside, so I'll take that chance for now. But that's nice hive. Nice hive. Happy with that swarm. Good swarm. Well, hey folks, swarm is all wrapped up. You see they only built one comb, but it was a big one. It was a wide. The neat thing about that swarm was they actually filled up the frames. And normally what I've found in swarms in those boxes is when any empty spots, they usually try to fill those first. It seems like I've had full boxes of comb when I've left them out there for 2 weeks. But that was nice. It was a nice big piece, so it fit in the frame. The nice thing was it was completely full of eggs. Didn't need to see a queen. Got everything in there. Got everybody situated with frames, and Put the lid on and we'll see where they go. They should build up nice during the flow, and they'll probably go into winter as a nice single box. So that was nice. That was my so I put 4 boxes out. I caught 4 swarms. That's satisfying. I didn't move that box to the place where I'd already caught a swarm, as you know. And it's just because that other place, it skunked me last year, and again this year just wasn't looking good. But it was nice to move it and still catch another swarm. So we got 4 boxes, 4 bait boxes that caught swarms, and then I caught 5 more swarms. 3 off of my hives, 2 off other locations. Out of all those swarms, the very big one in the wind didn't have a queen, or she got hurt, or she didn't make it in the box or something. I'm gonna have to queen those. I got some spares, and also one other swarm didn't have a queen. It's the one I moved to the pond, I think. But anyway, the rest of them had queens. The rest of them are all laying hives now. So all's well with that. And one other thing I want to talk about a little bit on my swarm boxes is I got a few comments, more than a couple anyway, that were telling me I was using too much bait, and I was too much lemongrass, and why did I use that much, and maybe I should back off. I'm running the bees away. But guys, I catch swarms in those boxes with that same formula. I use some lemongrass and some old comb, and if I happen to have a man lake bait or something like that, I'll stick that in there, and I catch swarms in those each year. Sure, I've had some boxes that didn't catch swarms, and I mean, you're gonna get skunked every now and again, but majority of them catch swarms. So I don't know why people say that a lot of times. I'm sure if you use a ton of bait, you can run them off, but I use my 9 to 10 drops, and I refresh it every 2 weeks, and I've been doing that for, well, 7 years. Because my first year I didn't do swarms. The second year I started doing swarms, and I caught them, and I've stuck with that since. So, you know, too much bait, that's relative. That's relative to the beekeeper, maybe. Some of the comments were straight up, I use too much bait. Yeah, but there's bees in the box, so I don't understand that. But that's okay. I'm just showing you that it does work, and that works for me. And again, I always say these aren't how-to videos because I'm not telling you how to do it. I'm just telling you and showing you what I'm doing here in my season. A lot better beekeepers than me out there. But also, you know, don't knock it if you hadn't tried it yet, I guess is what I'm saying. I don't know. Works for me. So anyway, by the way, I did want to update you, and I'll put the link, the link up top about that little virgin queen that emerged in the bowl in my kitchen that I put a video up about. Well, we caged her up the next day, put her out by the pond. Well, couldn't find a queen, looked queenless, no eggs, nothing. Put her in there. Next day, they hadn't even hardly got much of the marshmallow out. Found a queen, and she had just started laying. So we took her out, moved her into a 2-frame mating nuke because nobody responded that wanted her in time. Checked on her today. She's mated, laying eggs. Big, nice, brown, caramel colored queen now. Took her, put her in another cage, and put her in a double deep that went queenless on me. It swarmed and never requeened. So she's making her rounds, but I wanted to give you an update on her. She is now in the hive. We're going to see if she starts laying in that hive, if she's accepted. They did get all over the cage. I couldn't tell if they were aggressive or whether they were just really happy to see her. So we're going to see what happens with her. But that was a pretty neat update. That little queen is moving on through the hives, and we're trying to save a hive with her. So anyway, guys, I appreciate everybody that's watching. Guys, I appreciate all your comments. I thank you guys for subscribing as well. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And look, share it with your friends, your family, and anybody just enjoys watching bees. I'm really glad y'all are coming along with me. This is Barry's Best Honey. I'm Mike, and I do bees. Y'all have a wonderful afternoon. God bless y'all.